Good afternoon, all. My name is Shivam Brouwer. I'm the, let's say, the founder Navigator. I have different roles in our company. I can explain later. Um, so I'm happy to share you our road trip to, let's say, to come from at first as start as an e-commerce company. Later, now we are adapting on a changing business model. Um, so. I can share with you that we had our question that we want to accelerate our growth. And how I want to share with you how we did this to redesign with design thinking in our customer journey. Just a little bit explaining about INDI. 10 years ago we started. We were born from a larger wholesale company, which was traditional. And when we started as INDI, we said, all right, we want to do it differently than the market. And so we started with our mission. And we saw that technical parts, accessibility, there were some problems, and said, hey, we want to make it accessible for everyone. So that's the mission where we started with. And then we said, how can we be distinguishing being as an e-commerce company, as a pure player, and to be distinctive to the traditional wholesalers, which are all industrial areas in all countries. So we did a different. And we also said, all right, which customers do we want to focus? We are not focusing on large customers, because if we want to be a pure player, it would be easier to have a less complicated decision-making unit. So we are focusing on the small and mid-sized customers who are in the service and repair, are machine builders or in construction, or industrial end users. And industry end users, especially like for technical parts, which are in hydraulics, pneumatics, electronics, and everything which is used in the technical environment. So this is why we started 10 years ago. During the years, we went from a mission to a more purpose-driven organization, where we also want to create more impact outside of INDI. So here we see our orange circle, where also we had our why to make our impact. So the reason for our existence is we want to unlock all the technical talent to drive for a better future. And here you see in the how, you see more where we started as a mission. We make technical parts and knowledge accessible, and we do that by supplying parts. So this is how we make a transition during the years with a lot of other developments. But this is for this. If you take a current picture, um, our NPS already, my colleague already mentioned already sometimes the NPS. So I was very happy to hear that. NPS is our key KPI. Everything is about the NPS, our Net Promoter Score. Our turnover margin will follow if the NPS is going up, and if the customer satisfaction, because that's where I talk about, if customer satisfaction is okay and is going up, then also the rest will follow. Your results will follow. So with this strategy, as saying, hey, this is main importance, and the rest will follow. We did our business last 10 years, and to be honest, it's very appreciated by our customers. If we did a survey, and according to our customers, our success factors are the ease of ordering of our wide assortment. Already was explained, we have about 450,000 products in our webshop. The speed and the reliability of delivery. That was a very important one. And as last one, our personal and accessible customer service, including technical service. This is highly appreciated, and it's already set us to, hey, okay, we are a pure player, but the technical knowledge, helping people, customers with solutions or giving advice is a very appreciated by our customers. What you also see, if you take the picture, the last 5 years, our annual growth, 50% of our growth is by existing customers, and the other 50% 50% is for every year new customers who are entering our web shop. So this is already for some years. And this say, hey, this is good to know, and this gave us some insight for our next steps. And if you look to this NPS and to this development, how it's powered, also already mentioned before, but customer centric. We are very customer centric organized from the start of we did. We are agile organization. We are a holacratic company, so we do not have hierarchy, but we are working in circles, and that makes us very fast and yeah, very and what is wendbaar English? It makes us yeah. Sorry for that. And remote first organized during the corona, everything was digitalized, and it's very easy to work remote. It gives us also opportunity to have all talents all of Europe to work on our customer centric approach. And the remote first was possible by digital first, where customers and our indie heroes are working in the same platform. So the experience which customers have is also the same experience which our own employees have, and vice versa. And that did help a lot to bring our platform to a higher value, because we were all working in the same platform and talking the same language to customers, having the same search, have all the same attributes, and that really gave a high impulse on our digital platform. And at last, has to do also with our way of working, is we have a very fast and data-driven decision making, and that makes us very agile in very fast use new developments or A/B testing, whatever what we're doing. So this is a little bit our current picture of our company as an e-commerce company. But then we had the question. Our goal was, how can we accelerate our growth and accelerate also our distinctive customer experience to be in the market? So we did a kind of we have our constantly feedback loop, already mentioned earlier in this session. This is going on, but we did also some a lot of custom interviews and we did some analysis. The outcome of that was that we put everything together, and especially the interviews. We were very thoroughly talking more than 200 customers one to one. And what we learned from this, together with our data insights, that there was still a high growth potential by increasing the share of wallet at our existing customers. Some customers would appreciate more personal business interaction with us. That, all right, I'm always ordering on your website, sometimes once a week, sometimes every day, but and I have a contact with customer service regarding services, but it would be very nice to have a contact with you about business development. So this was really something which came up in our interviews. And we also recognize that many customers are not aware enough of our wide assortment and our added value services. So there was a lot to gain at our existing customers. And what we learned at new customers, the high drop off with 1 year after registration. So every customer can register himself and can buy directly. But what we saw after 1 year, that there was a high drop off. And if customers were longer than 1 year, then we see that they were growing and developing year after year. So with this information, what we learned in this mix of feedback, customer interviews, data analysis, we sat on the table and we went in for a new design. We had some workshops together with customers, and where we also could validate our way of thinking, and we came to some new design which is additional to our e-commerce. And the new design was the goal was to expand our customer journey, paying more active personal attention to our customers. That was the outcome. And we divided in 3 blocks. One was of the personal customer interaction for customers within 1 year, and it started with the onboarding, a flawless and frictionless onboarding. So we are now creating. So we to be sure about this, we are now in the developing phase of this. What is on this page? So we are now busy with creating this flawless frictionless onboarding. It means that B2B customers can do instantly get their new price list, which fits to their potential and fits to their, you could say, their business, and also can directly we do a payment check. So it means that the customer get the right price list and can do, if he is credibility is okay, he can do buy directly on invoice. So this is a very important one for the customer onboarding to have a higher conversion rate. The second one is a warm welcome customer interaction call. We'll follow with 2-3 days, where we have a really warm welcome, but then in a personal call. And our in the introduction mail campaign in 3 months, in different mails where we explain about what we all can do, what kind of service we can do for him, and reacted on his behavior in the first 3 months. It can differ. And then the next level of personalization is by we using current email campaigns, and we will change that, triggered by RFM. I don't know if you have ever heard about RFM, but it means the recency, frequency, and monetary value. And this is the basic which triggers our campaigns and also our phone calls in the next stage to have an unexpected, you could say, message or an unexpected interaction with customers. So the recency is when did he order last time and how often does he ordering. That is the frequency, and the monetary value. What was the turnover, or what is the order intake? What he did, and these 3 drivers give the right triggers for the first contact. And this is a start, because we can add in the future much more other triggers for this. So RFM, recency, frequency, and monetary value. The next phase is about when customers are longer than 1 year registered. Then we do the same, using the same technology, also email, more personalized email, based on also triggered by the RFM, on his behavior. It can be successes because he is ordering much more than before. Then you are triggered to celebrate the success with your customer in a personalized contact. But it can also be when he's going down for a certain reason, and we can investigate what's wrong, and we can start this personal interaction. So after 1 year, it can be by email, it can be by a call or a video. We will have an unexpected customer interaction. And the last thing which we come out of the workshop, that we were so much focused on our e-commerce that everyone comes on our website and you could almost say almost have the same landing if you are a new customer or you are recurring customers, and then we really need another landing on our website, another landing based on where you can see much more the services, and also what you the reason for visiting our web shop is not always maybe doing an order. It could also be gain information about the running order. So we really say, hey, we need another interaction environment, the customer portal, where the landing from recurring customers will be done. And that's for us where we are now busy to develop this. But for us, this is a major leap, especially you could say the personal calls, which is where we need. How can we do this? This is powered by we created a new circle in our holacracy environment, which is the customer success circle, where we add new competence to which are which we do not have at this moment. And people who are able to have more commercial goals are not afraid for making phone calls. And this is something which we have to, which we are now hiring, these kind of people. In this customer success circle is a multifunctional circle. So how our system is working, we have multifunctional teams where the developers, AI consultants, people who make the phone calls are working in one team in one purpose. That makes them very fast and makes them also that are very motivated to make the step forward to the customers.